history lesson together with me, Miss Leah. Alright, guys, 2 days from now we will commemorate our Independence Day on August 17th. Am I right? Yes. Okay, let me say Happy Independence Day and Merdeka. Okay, so guys, we have been free for about 75 years. Okay, and I want to talk about this topic, yeah, before we jump up to our material. All right. I want to give you a statement that it can be true or false statement. It depends on your common sense. All right. The statement is Indonesia have never been colonized or have never been occupied by other countries. Okay, guys, what do you think about this statement? It is false or true statement? Okay, yeah, of course, yeah. At the first time, um, yeah, I thought that it was, um, yeah, of course, false statement because, yeah, as everybody know that we have been suffering now for 100 years under the occupation of other countries, especially for the Dutch occupation. All right, it's almost 350 years, and also added by the other countries like Portuguese, Spaniard, and Japanese. Okay, so I can say that this is absolutely a wrong or false statement. All right. Okay, and then when I think about it once more, yeah, it can also be a true statement, guys. All right. Yeah, it's a kind of a tricky words. When we say the name of Indonesia, okay, this name is actually was introduced or officially used at the first time during the first Independence Day in 1945. So yeah, it kind of triggers, right? So we can say also this kind of a statement is true, yeah, because Indonesia have never been colonized. So whose country is that? So um, well, when yeah, years ago before we have our Independence Day, we have the name of our countries like Nusantara. Okay, when we yeah lived during the Kingdom era. Okay, and then we have also the name yeah, like the Dutch East Indies or Hindia Belanda when we are in the under the occupation of the Dutch. Okay, so that's a kind of a tricky words when we talk about Indonesia as our name. So the statement is also can be said it is true statement. All right, guys, that's what we are going to talk about is all about the what is it the colonial era. Okay, during the arrival of the first yeah first countries, the Portuguese and then the Spaniard and then the Dutch. All right then. So let's get cracking on
Okay,
this.
yeah, let's start our lesson today. And we have a topic entitled Colonial History in Nusantara or in Indonesia. And this is the first part of the topic because we have another part for the next meeting. Okay, let's start right now. Okay, this is an Indonesian fashion and you can be yourself. Alright, okay, we start with the arrival of Portuguese in Nusantara. Okay, Portuguese at the first time of the overseas exploration or the beginning of the exploration, yeah, reached India in 1498 and then tried to dominate Malacca in 1511. Okay, Malacca here is a part of Malaysia right now. So at that time, yeah, it's still a part of Nusantara. Okay, afterwards, Portuguese built a trading relationship with Sunda Pajajaran Kingdom and also Molucca. Okay, Molucca is called Maluku right now. Okay, it's different, yeah, between Malacca and Molucca. Okay, and then Alfonso de Albuquerque sent the several vessels to Molucca. It's a kind of big ship, yeah. Molucca's people, yeah, at the first time they really welcomed the arrival of the Portuguese before, because they thought that, yeah, the Portuguese will really help them in order to defend Ternate from their enemies. Okay. At that time, the Sultan of Ternate, namely Kaitil Jarus, asked the Portuguese to help them to build a fortress in Ternate. Okay, and the Portuguese granted the Sultan ways to build this kind of fortress, and it is called Saint John Fortress. Yeah, unfortunately, Portuguese asked Sultan to sign a kind of trade monopoly agreement as the reward. Yeah, the monopoly caused misery for people of Moluccas. Okay, yeah, they have a suffering for having a kind of monopoly policy. Yeah, because they cannot sell it freely. Yeah, like before. Yeah, okay. The Portuguese also actively spread the Catholic religion that was conducted by Franciscus Xavier. All right, this is a part of the mission of Cospel. Okay, uh, do you still remember about Gold Glory and Cospel, right? The next one is the arrival of Spaniards in Nusantara. Spaniards here means the people of Spain or Spanish, yeah? Okay, the Spaniards who joined the expedition vessel of Magalhães and Sebastian Elcano arrived in Tidore in 1521. Okay, the Spaniard arrival was really welcome, yeah, just like people of Ternate welcome the Portuguese. Okay, yeah, they thought that yeah, Spaniard or Spain will also help Tidore, okay, having a conflict with Ternate and Portuguese. So, um, of course, the arrival of the Spaniard here made the Portuguese thought that the Spaniards' arrival violated the spice trade monopoly right, okay, because they have another rival, okay, and this rivalry between them, okay, have to be solved, okay, um, and they have to solve it during a kind of agreement, okay, and this is called Zaragoza, the Treaty of Zaragoza. Okay, because it was conducted in Zaragoza or Spain in 1529, so it is called Treaty of Zaragoza. Okay, long before they have a conflict in Molucca, actually those two countries had already had agreement. Okay, it is called Tordesillas. This agreement yeah, divided yeah the two the two part of they want to explore gitu ya, divided the new discovered lands outside Europe between the Portuguese Empire and Spanish Empire. So the lands of the east would be belong to the Portugal, and the lands to the west belongs to the Spanish. So when the Spanish go to the east, it means the Spanish break the agreement. Yeah, they have both with the Portuguese, right? Okay, so they have a kind of treaty against and then in Zaragoza. And the content of the treaty were as follows. Okay, Spanish people had to leave Moluccas and conducted their commerce in Philippines. Okay, because the Philippines is a kind of belongs to Spanish part, yeah, um, the land of the Spanish, yeah. Okay, and then the Portuguese could continue their trading activities in Moluccas. Okay, because of the treaty, the Spaniards had to leave Molucca soon, and then afterwards, the Portuguese continued to do the monopoly practice spices in Molucca. Okay. All right, that's about Portuguese and Spaniards. Okay, so we move on to the arrival of the Dutch. Okay, here we are is the Indonesian version. Okay, once again you can read yourself. Okay, and I will tell you in English. All right, about the arrival of the Dutch in Nusantara. Okay, before it's coming to Nusantara, the Dutch, or it is called Netherlands, okay, was belonging to the Holy Roman Empire. Okay, Romawi ya, kerajaan Romawi. Okay, yeah, and then the Dutch traders bought Indonesia spices from Lisbon. Okay, Lisbon is the capital of Portugal. Okay, and then shipped them around Europe to sell them at a profit. So they get the profit by uh, resell what they have caught from Lisbon. Okay, but however, in 1585, the Dutch did not buy spices from Lisbon anymore because the Portugal was absorbed in the Spanish Empire. Okay, let's talk about the word history a little bit. So the Portugal became a part of Spanish Empire in 1605. So the first policy done by the Spanish Empire is that yeah, they expelled the Dutch from from having a kind of trading in Lisbon, yeah, in Portugal. So there is no other choice, for the Dutch, because the main artery of the Dutch economy had been cut off. So they had to sail far east. They had to find another place to have a trading, or directly get the spices. Okay, and then they try to build their own trading networks, and it is called VOC. VOC stands for Verenigd Oost Indies. Okay, company. All right, this is the Dutch language, yeah. Okay, the arrival of the Dutch in Nusantara was initially due to the successful expedition of Jacob van Eyck and Van Werwijk. Okay, here we are. We talk about VOC. Okay, VOC is part of the Dutch, yeah. Okay, it's a kind of a company, a really big company, yeah. Okay, and we can also call it the United East India Company. Okay, okay, Verenigd Oost Indies Company. Okay, and it was built on the 20th of March 1602. Okay, the goals of forming VOC were as follows: to avoid unfair competition between the Dutch Commerce Association. Okay, so there are many traders of the Dutch, okay, having a trading around the world, and of course there are a lot of competition between them, among them. Okay, so the Dutch tried to make a kind of company, a big company, and it is called VOC. And then to strengthen the Dutch position in facing the competition with the traders from the other countries. Okay, so they have a competition among the Dutch traders and also among the other countries. So this is the company is the answer, yeah, to what is it, to solve all their problems, yeah, in having a competition. All right, and then VOC was led by a council which was consisted of 17 people, so that it is called the Council 17 or T-Hagen 17. Okay, the headquarters or the office of this council was in Amsterdam, and yeah, of course, it is so far from Indonesia, yeah, from Nusantara, so it was getting more difficult in running their daily duties effectively time to time. So, considering of this matter, VOC created a new position in their institution. Okay, it was called the Governor General. So we have the term Governor General atau dalam bahasa Indonesia Gubernur Jenderal, ya. Okay, and this the first Governor General was Peter Booth. Okay, and he have his duty 1610 until 1614. Okay, wow, the first trading post was established in Banten, and in 1611 was at Jayakarta, and then later renamed Batavia, and then it is called right now Jakarta. Okay, Peter Booth also succeeded in expanding his influence into Moluccas, and building a trade post there. Okay, so the Dutch also tried to reach Moluccas or Maluku. So besides Banten or Batavia, okay, at the center, they tried to build the trade post also in Moluccas. Okay, in performing the duty, the VOC had several authorities or rights. It is called octroi rights. Okay, they were as follows: performing trade monopoly, and then forming their own military army, starting a war, making agreement with the local king, producing and publishing their own money, appointing their own employees, and governing their colonies. Alright, these all authorities or rights is things like a country has, yeah. Okay, a country has this kind of rights, okay. So when it is applied in our country, it's like a country inside a country. Yeah. All right. Here we are. We have a John Peter Zoon or yeah, Zite Koon. Okay, was the Governor General in 1616 until 1626. Okay, the several actions done by Zite Koon are as follows. For example, moving the trade post center from Ambon to Batavia. Okay, because it's a kind of a little bit hard to maintain, yeah, the post center in Ambon or Molucca, yeah. So he moved the post center to Batavia. Okay, and then Japan also expelled the Britannians from the Run Island, yeah. Okay, to maintain the domination of the Dutch at that time. Okay, Japan tried to expel Britannians from the small island in Molucca. It is called Run Island. Okay, and then this is yeah, another one is carrying out a mass subway against people of Banda, ya, pembantaian gitu ya. Okay, and then he also applied extirpation policy. Alright, extirpation. Extirpation is the right to destroy cloves or nutmeg seedlings, or yeah, this is a part of spices, yeah, in order to maintain the high price of spices in the Molucca Island. So, um, yeah, the Dutch don't want to sell it in a low price, so they try to maintain it in a high price by doing this kind of exportation. Okay, some other policies applied during VOC period were contingent. I don't know how to yeah, pronounce it. And then honey toxins or honey sailing, and then surplus 11T. I don't know. Okay, so contingent is a tax. Yeah, in the form of spice products. So um, yeah, the people of Moluccas are ordered to send a spices product, yeah, as their tax. So the tax is in the form of spices. Okay, and then we have also the terms honey toxin or honey sailing, pelayaran honey. Yeah. It is a kind of a sailing, and then it has a purpose to eradicate the smuggling and to seize the every local boat loaded with spices for sale to the other countries. Okay, namely England, France, and Denmark. So, to maintain the monopoly policy the Dutch have at the time, so they try to what is it, avoid the other countries to have a trading yeah with Molucca people. So that's why they apply the honey sailing to have a kind of um, yeah, maintain their policy of a monopoly. So they don't want to have another rival. Okay, next one is okay. This is about the end of VOC. Wow, VOC. Yeah, after some years, yeah, of rising. Okay, VOC finally went bankrupt and was nationalized by the Dutch state in 1796 and finally dissolved in 1799. Okay, it's almost okay. It starts from 1602 until 1799. Okay, this is a kind of a great company, yeah. Um, yeah, it's for about 100 years, yeah. Okay, exists at that time. So what happened back then is because yeah, many VOC employees were known to be fraudulent and corrupt. So there is a problem inside the company because yeah, they have uh, yeah, a kind of corruption, yeah, and then mismanagement happened and the company was unable to pay the salary of the workers. Okay, and the next cause is the company spent a lot on having war with the local people, with the local peoples of or the kingdoms around, yeah, at the time. And then so yeah, they have a low profit and have many debts. Yeah, in order to have a war with the local people, so yeah, they ran out of money. Okay, and then all assets were taken over by the government at the time, and then with the VOC territories becoming the Dutch government colonies. So it's written back to the government in Netherlands or in the original country, yeah. And then the company had been criticized for its monopolistic policy and then its exploitation, colonialism, and also the usage of violence and slavery. Oke, kebijakan monopoli, kemudian ada eksploitasi, juga ya penjajahan ya kolonialisme, kemudian juga ya violence itu kekerasan dan juga one. Okay, I want to tell you one thing before we close the lesson. Okay, what do you think of gold? Well, if the son of Adam had wholly full of gold, he would want to have to worry. Nothing fills his mouth but the dust of the grave. Yet Allah will accept whoever repents to him. So, seandainya manusia diberi dua lembah berisi harta, tentu ia akan masuk menggunakan lembah yang ketiga. Yang bisa memenuhi dalam perut manusia hanyalah tanah. Allah tentu akan menerima taubat bagi siapa saja yang ingin bertaubat. Okay, so we can have a kind of yeah, values, okay, something valuable, yeah, of having great, okay, just like what happened to the COC. It's a kind of a very big company having a great profit, okay. Probably there is no other company that can be as great as VOC at the time, okay, compared with the company exists right now, yeah. So here when yeah, they have a kind of great, okay, it uh, yeah, destroy themselves. All right. Okay then. Hopefully this is useful for you all guys. Okay, for the materials, and we will yeah, return back, or we will come back. I will come back, yeah, in the next meeting, because this material is still to be continued. Alright? Okay, that's all for me. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Nice to see you all, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and also have a comment in YouTube, yeah? Okay, thank you very much. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, see ya.